What up, Shredder? It's Christian from Shred School, and today I'm here to talk about your arch nemesis, your enemy, the source of all darkness in this world. The Darth Vader to your Luke Skywalker, the Hans Gruber to your John McClane. I'm talking about your Thanos to your Guardians of the Galaxy. Today, we're talking about how to survive the chairlift as a beginner snowboarder. But first, if you want to never miss a video, go ahead and subscribe to the channel and hit notifications right now. And while you're at it, smash that like button. With a few key pointers, and after understanding the common mistakes, you can easily and quickly master riding the chairlift as a beginner snowboarder and gain access to the entire mountain. So why are so many people dreading getting on and off the lift, wrecking over and over again, and having the whole chair wait for them while they pick up their belongings on the off-ramp? While I learned to snowboard on a pommel lift and had to quickly learn how to ride with one foot, not all of us were thrown into the deep end so quickly. It wasn't until I rode the chairlift switch the other day that I realized just how intimidating it can be for a beginner. So let's overcome that for you so you not only no longer fear the chairlift, but you actually enjoy it. First, some prerequisites. Before even loading the chair, you should practice skating and gliding with one foot at the bottom of the mountain. Check out our 1-foot practice drills at edshreds.com to get a better idea of this before riding the lift. You should also practice riding down a small mound that flattens out to mimic the sensation of getting off the offload ramp. If you can do this comfortably, it's time to head to the lift. If you can't, well, you're in for a world of pain. Go practice and don't skip this step. Okay, first things first, the lift line. This is a corral of ropes and people that funnels you onto the actual chair. Kind of like a roller coaster line at an amusement park. Something to be aware of here is how many seats are on the lift. If it's a high-speed quad, that means there are 4 seats, and you generally want to organize yourself into parties of 4 in the line. If it's a 2-seater, don't try to board with 3 of you in your group. Next is etiquette. A line typically has at least 2 sides, but sometimes comes to a front with at least 4 different tributaries of people pouring into the same river. The lift line follows the same rules as a 4-way stop in your car. It is a take-turn style line where you rotate evenly between the different small lines feeding into the chair. If it's your turn at the 2-way or 4-way stop, don't be afraid to be assertive and claim your place in line. Push your snowboard out into the main line and make room for the rest of your party by cutting the entire way across. People often aren't paying attention and it can get busy, so there's nothing wrong with being a little aggressive here. In fact, it can be a courtesy to those not paying attention when you assert that it's your turn. If you skip your turn, you are messing up the whole rotation of the line and you're causing a bottleneck. Next, you'll push up the main line to what is usually a red, green, or yellow bar in the snow. This is where you wait your turn for the lift. While you're here, you can fold down your rear high back so it doesn't get caught under the lift. As soon as the people in front of you progress forward into the loading zone, you should wait with your nose right at the starting line, kind of like a race. As soon as you see the lift has come around the corner and past your line, you can follow it out directly. In fact, I used to follow the lift so close, I would grab onto the back of the lift in front of me and let it pull me out into the loading zone. Although I don't recommend this as it won't make the lifties very happy, but this does show you how closely you can follow the lift in front of you out. Push out to the next line in the loading zone and look over your back shoulder to see the lift coming around. If it's crowded pushing out to this line, remember to keep your shoulders parallel to your snowboard, almost like you're squeezing through a gap in the wall. This will minimize brush-ups with the riders to your left and right. Keep your board pointing forward. If you turn it sideways, you risk getting caught under the lift and getting your foot dragged across the ground, which can be very painful or even cause injury. As you look over your back shoulder, the lift will start to come around. Based on how many people are getting on, eye up your spot on the lift. If you're on the end, look at the side railing. If you're in the middle, count out how many spaces you are from the end and lock your eyes on your seat so you sit down in the right place. There's nothing worse than having someone sit on you or sit in your spot when loading the lift. Grab the back railing of the lift with your back hand and softly sit down. I'd recommend holding your board up off the ground once you first sit down because lifts can pick up very quickly, and if your snowboard is dragging on the ground or turned sideways, it can pull you off or injure your ankles. Like I said before, watch that board when the lift takes off. Let the lift pick you up, and once you're off, it's time to put down the footrest or the safety bar. It's important to announce that you're putting the bar down here so you don't hit anyone in the head and knock them off the lift. You can even just say, "Bar coming down," or "You guys cool with the bar?" Don't be afraid to put the bar down with people you don't know. Go ahead and step up and take the lead. I like to put the bar down every time I ride the lift. Sometimes if there is no bar, I just hook one of my arms over the back of the lift since I'm afraid of heights. Make sure you put your snowboard on your assigned footrest and help anyone who got stuck underneath the bar when it came down, as sometimes people's pants can get squished. If there is no footrest, you can rest your board on the top of your toe on your back foot. If it's hot out, you can take off your helmet and clip it to the safety bar so it doesn't fall off. I like to keep my mittens looped around my wrists if I take them off so they don't fall off the lift, which I see happen constantly. If you do drop something, take notice of the number on the lift pole next to where you dropped it so you know where to find it. Every lift pole has a number on it if you look for it. If the run under the lift is closed, you can give the lift pole number to Ski Patrol and have them look for your lost item. As you approach the unloading zone, again, announce that the bar is coming up, give everyone a minute to take their boards off the footrest, and then raise the bar. This is where anxiety can sabotage you. Some people have been snowboarding for years and still occasionally fall just because they get nervous. Take a deep breath, you got this. To get ready to get off the lift, edge towards the edge of your seat as the loading zone approaches. Turn your board sideways and your shoulders parallel with the board. That means your shoulders do not face the loading zone forward like you're on skis. They are parallel with your snowboard. Your lead arm is pointing to where you want to go, and your eyes are on that ramp. Now here's the key to getting off a full lift without crashing into everyone. Stay sideways on your snowboard, again, like you're squeezing through a gap in the wall. Now you want to shift your weight to your front foot and push off the edge of your seat with your hands as soon as you get to the snow. With your back foot pressed firmly up against the side of your back binding, and then glide to a stop without making any turns if possible. The key is to have your weight on your front foot here, leaning forwards towards the nose of your snowboard. A lot of beginners are scared of getting off the lift, so they lean way back on the back foot. If you weight your back foot too much or try to turn, you might fall backwards getting off. So lean into that front foot, keep your shoulder sideways like you have a piece of string on your nose and your tail that you're grabbing. If you need to slow down, you can use the technique of dragging the toe or heel of your back foot in the snow to come to a gentle stop, but try not to make any turns until you absolutely have to, as they're going to be harder with only one foot strapped in. As soon as you are stopped, clear the unloading zone by pushing with one foot out of the way so no one runs into you. Find a spot out of the way of traffic to strap in. Now, if you do fall getting off, first duck your head immediately so you don't get hit by the next lift, and then get out of the way as fast as possible. Don't lay there and feel sorry for yourself because you'll just get run over. Now don't worry too much, the lifties will help you here if you need it, and you don't need to be embarrassed, it happens to everyone, just get better the next time. So that's it, getting off the lift. Just like Harry Potter defeated Voldemort, you too can conquer your enemies and emerge victorious. Keep your board and your shoulders sideways, announce the bar coming down, push off the lift with your hands. When you get to the unloading zone, lean forward into that front foot. You can even reach for your nose, come to a complete stop without making any turns if possible, and then clear the unloading zone. Now, if you need a step-by-step breakdown with practice exercises to learn anything in snowboarding, from those 1 foot exercises that will help you getting off the lift to landing your first 540, come check out Shred School at edgeshreds.com. Go out there, give it a shot, take a deep breath. I know you can conquer your fear of the lift. That's all for today. Peace out, Shredder.